Hey, Red Earth team, what's happening? This is Matt Ham. I'm the co-founder of Uprint, a faith and personal development organization. We do these videos every week to kind of keep you guys encouraged, inspired, and hopefully move the ball down the field a little bit in regards to the atmosphere at Red Earth and all of the subsidiary communities and folks that are involved, because we want to create and build a culture of excellence, and that means that individuals need to be excellent. Today, I want to talk a little bit. Oh, by the way, I've been reaching out to a lot of the team via phone calls just to kind of introduce myself. So if you get a phone call from me, nobody's in the principal's office, is in trouble. I'm just trying to meet everybody and connect. So feel free to reach out. Also, if you'd like, my phone number is at the bottom of all the emails that we send out. So that being said, I look forward to connecting with you. But today, I want to talk about the concept of mindset. And, mindset's one of those things that in personal development circles, people have been talking about for years. And you hear these guys, the gurus, as I call them, come out and go, your attitude determines your altitude, and you need to have an attitude of gratitude. All that stuff is fine, but it's very platitudinal. I might just have made that word up, platitudinal. It's a platitude. You've heard it before, you kind of know it, but it's real easy to glaze over and just, I got the t-shirt, attitude of gratitude, while you've got a terrible one. You know what I'm saying? And so this isn't about mindset from a platitudinal place. This is about mindset from a heart perspective. So I want to talk through a couple of things that I think could be practical ways that you guys could address this in regards to your mindset. So often when I talk with people or I come into organizations and deal with the consulting side or doing a workshop, folks automatically come up with the problems and the challenges that they face. And when you're addressing those problems and challenges, there's the number one way you know that your mindset has been affected is if the situations have gotten from your head into your heart. Now, what I mean by that is, it's one thing if something bad happens and you lose a sale and you kind of move on and you keep going. It's another thing if you lose a sale and all of a sudden you go, oh, well, you know what? It's so-and-so's fault because they didn't do this. And if they'd have done that, then this would have happened. And, well, that wasn't my fault because, I didn't. When you let it into your heart, you begin blaming other people and circumstances, and you're giving your energy away. And the mindset then is one of a victim instead of one as a victor. And so it's so important to look at the things that you're blaming for the circumstances in your life. And that is a marker of where your mindset needs to shift. If you're blaming something, you've given the power away to that thing instead of taking the power back based on how you can respond. So number one thing, if your mindset is off, you can tell because you end up blaming things and blaming people. You're actually giving away any energy or any possibility of making a change because the things that you give away, you have no control over. So if you give away blame to a situation, you have no control. Whereas if you take responsibility and say, I'm going to respond this way, regardless of how they act, now you're kind of taking the power back. So the number one thing is that, in my opinion, is where I would focus. The secondary piece of this is where you defend yourself. A lot of folks defend themselves when their feelings get hurt or when someone says something that may be true and they feel the need to defend themselves. Once you begin living from a place of defense, your mindset is not one of positivity. It's not one of abundance or welcoming, inviting good things. It's actually defending and fighting. And I think that if we're honest about a situation, when something happens, if we can be honest and not defend ourselves automatically, it gives us a lot more power because we actually can hear maybe the accusation or what's happened. We can hear that, and then we can respond from a healthy place rather than constantly defending it. Now, what I'm not saying is be a doormat and let people walk all over you. So there's a difference there. Standing up for yourself is different than constantly defending and fighting back and kind of pushing against everything. So that's the secondary piece. So if you find yourself defending yourself or blaming things or whatnot, the chances are that there's a mindset issue that needs to be addressed. And so the mindset issue is the deeper work where you have to pause and really slow down and understand, why is it that I'm responding this way? Why is it that I'm thinking this way? And so often what it amounts to is what I've put on the bottom of the screen here. We focus on the things that aren't instead of focusing on the things that are. And that's why today's kind of challenge is focus on what is in your life instead of focusing on what isn't. And you see so many folks, they wake up and we go through the day and we look at all the things that aren't going right and all the things that are difficulties, all of the challenges, etc., instead of focusing on what is, and say, what is good about today? What is good about this opportunity? What is good about this relationship? What is good about how I can respond? And you begin to overcome the obstacles and challenges because you are focusing on what is from a healthier mindset. And it's about taking control back, taking charge back of a situation instead of constantly giving it away to a bad attitude, to defending yourself, or to blaming other people. So anyway, that is, just lost my screen, but that is kind of today's challenge video. I hope you guys will spend some time with it. As always, I'm available if any of you want to chat, but have a great day, a great week, and I hope you'll begin focusing on what is and beginning taking power and authority back over your circumstances instead of giving away to them. Have a good day.